Happy Friday! Welcome to today's live stream. For those of you who are new, my name is TJ and I stream flight sim adventures every Wednesday and Friday at 1 PM UTC. Before we begin today, I just want to let you guys know that there won't be a stream next Wednesday as I'm working, sad face. Today we are flying the shiny new Robin DR401 propeller plane, such a catchy name, on a short UK hop. So let's jump in and try it out. Okay, so we have some switches down here. We have our battery can go on. We've also got a switch next to the battery that can go on. And we've got our avionics which can go on. I've not flown this for a while, so you have to excuse any there we go, there's some nice buttons there. You have to excuse any mistakes I make here. Fuel can go, this is so fiddly. Yeah, fuel goes on somehow. There we go, fuel goes on. Lovely. Okay, our engine start is just down here. Success! Okay, we need to get, we've got an alternator. Oh my god, that's loud. Wow. That is loud, guys. Excuse me for 2 minutes. We'll get these down to something more sensible. There we go. Okay. We've got an alternator that needs to go on. So that'll be that one there. There we go. We should have a pitot heat switch. There it is. Lovely. Flaps to take off. Lights. We'll go flash. Nav lights. There we go. Okay. Got to pop that. Oh, that's better. Alright. Let's pop the window across. It is, yeah, you flew it once and died at every opportunity. Yeah, it is, it's a bit of a handful. It's a bit of a handful to land for sure. Okay, so we've got our usual Garmin thing down here, guys. So we'll go flight plan. Jeez, I don't want all this. This is like, what are you doing? This is some old flight plan in here. No, do not want. Do not want you. Go away. Yes, get rid. Get rid. This is a flight plan for like a Japan flight that I did the other day, and X-Plane rather helpfully keeps it in your Garmin system, so we'll just clear out all this crap here. It's the longest flight plan in the world. There we are, but we're good, so we're going through it. So we'll clear out all these waypoints here. There we go, we are not flying to Sapporo. Alright, lovely. Delete the route with a menu, damn it. Delete flight plan, right? Whatever. It's because I'm used to just having such short flight plans, I just delete them one at a time. There we go. Can go menu, delete flight plan. Anyway, from where are we? Shoreham. From Shoreham we are going to GWC, which is a waypoint. W. It is one button press, you're right. Okay, we're going to Goodwood. And then from Goodwood we're going to Bembridge Airport. It's a nice short hop today. D-E G H-J. Cool, E-G-H, E-G-H, J. Lovely, that's Bembridge. Okay guys, flight plan is all good. Let's get our transponder on. So we're squawking there, lovely. We have a PFD tab, and we've got our set out altimeter here to, I believe it's 1020. Oh my god, why am I making such a mess of this today, guys? There we go. 1020, but of course it's in American. There we are. Alright, 920. Okay, right, so our altimeter's set, guys. Our altitude is now correct. We've set our squawk we need to set our altitude, which is just down here. We're only going to go up to 1500 feet today. Lovely. I'm going to put our vertical speed on the autopilot. Going to go up to about 600 feet per minute through our climb. We'll go to excuse me, we need to get our nav mode engaged, and we need to get our terrain radar stuff just on there. Lovely. Oh, the other cool thing here, there we are, you can display the wind on the Garmin, which just displays down there. Just go PFD wind option 2, which is nice. Alright, happy days, guys. We are all good. I think we can actually set, if we go down here, we can set minimums for our decision height, which is kind of cool. So you can set your minimums to like 150 feet or so, and there we go. Alright, so that is all the computer stuff done. Hopefully I showed you guys some cool things you can do with the Garmin there. We're going over to runway 02. So we'll need to taxi sort of out and right a little bit. There we go. Let's get going, guys. Need so much power to get off that grass. But once you get it onto a taxiway, there we go, it's absolutely fine, and it will just taxi quite nicely on idle. So let's get it down to runway 02. I'm not sure if it's a grass runway or tarmac, this one, but we'll get it down to 02 and we will get her in the air, guys. It's very cool looking machine, this one. The systems are pretty much identical to the Cessna, so it's quite an easy plane to fly. It's not the easiest plane to handle, but it's a really well modeled plane. It's an Aerobask freeware, and they're usually known for their payware aircraft. So it's sort of that payware standard, except you don't have to pay for it, which is pretty awesome. Okay, there we are. We'll get it lined up on our runway here. We've got some traffic on at Heathrow. That's fine. There we are. Alright, guys, runway 02. Here we are. Yeah, the noise is brakes. Yeah, what it does is when you press standard braking, it doesn't like press the pedals. Oh, it's a kit plane, so you can make it in your garage. Amazing. Okay, we are good to go, guys. Let's get some power on. Let's just watch the wind. It should be coming from directly ahead, so that shouldn't be too challenging. No idea what the V speeds are, so as soon as it starts to lift, we'll just pull back. Beautiful. Okay, we are off. Positive rate. Flaps can go up. Autopilot 2 on, guys. And off we go. Ah, that's our look down key. Cool, man. 2, 3. What I like about this is that it comes sort of pre-programmed with views. So that's quite a nice one. And so is that there. We'll take this one as we look out. So loud. We'll take this one as we look out of the windows as we climb up to about 1500 feet here. I've set it to like a nice sunset, so you guys get some good scenery. There we are, straightening out onto our nav path now. Beautiful, guys, beautiful. Okay, so in a minute, once we've taken in some scenery, I'll make sure that all is well. I think our climb is complete. No, we are still climbing. Cool. yeah, I'll make sure all is good with the navigation, and then we can take in some more views here. So loud you'd you'd think you don't have the windows closed. It's insane. There we are. Lovely guys, lovely. Yeah, it's a lovely day today, man. It is nice to have some clear skies, some cobalt skies up there, dude. Definitely. It's a lovely, lovely day, and a lovely plane, some lovely scenery, and a lovely sunset as well. Just some really, really loud engines. Wow. Have a look. It's so nice. It's got that nice PBR going on. It's really, really well modelled. Very nice plane. So I've been learning the Tupolev 154, which is a ridiculously complex Russian airliner from the 1960s. I'd love to fly it to Russia in time for the World Cup, but whether or not I'll have mastered it in time, I have no idea. I can get it into the air, but I certainly can't keep it there at the moment. The autopilot just tries to kill you. So we may end up in an Airbus with a Tupolev looking panel, but I would love to fly the Tupolev to Russia to the World Cup in a week or so's time, as long as I can get my head around how it works. I'd also like to start doing some bonus streams soon. I keep promising them. I'd like to start doing some bonus streams soon, but my schedule's really, really packed this last week or two, so as soon as it happens, you know, as soon as I have time, I'll do those bonus streams, do some other simulators. Should be quite good. And there we are, all is well. We're nicely on our track there towards the Goodwood waypoint. We're about 10 miles away. It's a nice short flight today. It's actually a really short flight today, guys, because my schedule's so busy. We're just sort of going for a short hop today. Maybe the stream will be like 40 something minutes or so in total. But yeah, we are just literally going for a short flight today. But the quality of this aircraft is fantastic. The quality of the cabin, of the outside of it, of the textures, of the systems. It's obviously default Garmin systems, but it's still cool. I believe it also includes a fully modelled FADEC to manage, sort of manage the engines. Not that you really see much of it. It just kind of works, but it is there. Then we've got some panel lighting. Is this panel light? Look at that, can turn those up. Some nice lights that do something there. Ah, cool. There we go. All very nice stuff, guys. All very nice, nicely made plane this. Looking at a sort of 12-knot tailwind at the moment. Shouldn't be too bad. So let's take in some passenger views for a minute. It feels like quite a claustrophobic aircraft. As you're sitting in here, you're kind of in this sort of, kind of feels like being on the central line, if you're familiar with being on the tube. Very much feels like being on the central line. You've got those sort of curved, sort of like curved capsule, those curved windows. Hopefully it's a little bit cooler than the central line. It must be, I'd imagine it's an air-conditioned plane, given that it's sort of fully sealed. Although if you build it yourself, I'm not sure how that works, but whatever. Go. Absolutely beautiful views today, guys. You can see the plane moving around a little bit as well in those winds. Yeah, I love it. I'm a fan of this plane. It's just slightly difficult to land it. It's definitely a tricky aircraft to land. It just wants to float all the time. There's so much lift in the wings. But we'll do our best. We'll do our best, guys. Yeah, that's your best view. There we go. And watch the sun on that wing. It's really nice. I think one of these only costs about 40,000 euros. It's a fairly cheap plane. As planes go, 40,000 euros. But I figure that doesn't include the sort of Garmin panel and everything like that. And that's also if you build it yourself. I would guess it will cost another 40,000 to get somebody to build the plane for you, I would imagine. Ooh, no. Excuse me, guys. Very busy day. Very busy day indeed. There we are, so just banking at the Goodwood waypoint now, away from that lovely, lovely sunset. And there we are. It is nice to do some sort of light plane flying, taking some views. In terms of views, we may not get a lot today because it's such a short stream and people tend to prefer airliners. Well, I just wanted to take this plane out once just to show it off and just to sort of show people how to use it as well. Okay, there we go. So we're at 1,500 feet. We are about only 13 miles or so away from Bembridge Airport. But the airport itself has some really nice scenery, and obviously there's some beautiful scenery on the way as well. Zoom out a little bit. There we go. Nav data is out of date, yes, I know, but I'm not paying for nav for enough. Never had a problem so far. Okay, so this is good. 11 knot tailwind. Outside air temperature of 20 degrees. It's a warm one today, guys, on the coast. Fantastic. So I think the airport is just across the sea here. If we zoom out, we can see where we are in relation to the rest of the country. So we're on the south coast. There we go. And I think actually Bembridge is on the Isle of Wight. So there we are, flying onto the Isle of Wight today. Very excited. Let's see if we can zoom in a little bit again now. Oh. so tricky to operate those buttons when you're in the air. It's fine, we'll leave it. We'll know an airport when we see it. Some serious wind today, guys, actually. See the plane moving around trying to stay straight and level. Oh, that's nice. That is nice, guys. This is why we fly. This is why we fly propeller planes. It's all about the sunsets and the views. Absolutely beautiful here. As you watch the plane sort of pitch wildly. There we are, look at that. I just hope we can land it. I just hope we can land it. We will see, guys, we will see. So we're literally just under 10 miles away now. So I should probably start looking for the airport at some point. We want runway 30, so that will be facing sort of east. And I think that might be it, guys. Just pop down to this nav panel over here. There we are. Cool, yeah. I would say this is our airport, guys. We're on runway 30, so we're going to disconnect the autopilot here. We're going to throttle down. To our flap extension speed of 92. Put some throttle on here, guys. We'll start turning away from the airport. Going to fly, sort of fly a right base into the airport today. Just hold that flight director about 1,500 feet there. There we are, lovely. So bumpy, guys, it is so bumpy at the moment. There we are. Pretty much facing away from the runway right now. Such a handful of this aircraft, such a handful, especially in a sort of 9-knot headwind. We're going to get a little bit further out as well. We're going to go really 1.6 miles from the airport, so we're going to head out to, you know, sort of a respectable distance from the airport, especially as we have a descent to do as well. Keeping an eye. I mean, the flight director wants us at 1,500, but whatever. Just keep us straight and level, really, guys. Keep us straight and level. Okay, here we go. Sitting around 70-something knots. It's absolutely fine. It's also very difficult. This is why you need your instruments when you're over water, because it's very difficult to see sort of where you actually are if you're pointing up and down, or left and right, because it's all blue. It's all blue, guys. 2.5 from the airport. Let's go out a little bit further here across the water. We have climbed a lot actually, so I'm going to back the throttles off a wee bit, and we will get down. It's because this thing just has so much lift, you just end up climbing even when you're straight and level. It's insane. Absolutely mad. Okay, 3 miles from the airport. Just get down a little bit lower here, guys, as well. Alright, that should do us. Pitch up a little bit if we can there. Holding roughly straight. We'll follow the FD here, I think. Give a little bit more throttle. Okay, so we are, what, 3 and a bit miles. Let's start turning towards the airport now, guys. Keep turning, keep turning, keep turning. Keep turning. There we go, we should be at roughly runway heading now. Just got to find the airport again. There it is. Cool. Runway heading, but we need to turn left and go back to the field. It's fine. So bumpy. So bumpy, guys. So we'll fly this as if we are as if we're sort of intercepting a localizer or something here. Just going to keep the airport in sight now. Yeah, hard on the banking, but it gets us round. It's all good. It's well within the limits, man. It's all good. I tend to throw these little propeller planes around a bit just because you can. Sort of just kind of fly it by hand and just throw it around a bit. They will take all kinds of abuse. Okay, there we are. Lining up to the runway now. I think we're slightly high. This airport also has a hill like right before the runway. It's kind of like a mini Paro in a way. This wind is yeah, was it 9 knot crosswind? It's cool. Speed is looking good. Yeah, drop those throttles back a bit actually. See if we can get. Let's see if we can get a much lower approach speed than this, guys. Yeah, an incredibly difficult aircraft to land, this one. Especially with that hill right there, because you really have to drop quite suddenly. I think it's got a ridiculous amount of lift as well. See what I mean about it? It just wants to bloody float down the runway here. Oh yeah, you see? For a general aviation plane, it is incredibly hard to fly, incredibly hard to land. You just, it will float, but then it will suddenly like drop like a stone. I have not landed this without bouncing it yet. It's an absolute nightmare to land this plane. It's not like a Cessna where you can just sort of modulate the throttle and kind of guide it down. Jesus, we are down, guys. Welcome to Bembridge on the Isle of Wight for our very, very short stream here today. So, I can breathe again now. There we are. Just park up here for a second while we go visual system. Alright, we'll want to taxi off to some parking. So we'll go right and then we'll work our way down. There we are. Cool. Well, it's fairly quiet, so we'll backtrack. We'll backtrack. Yeah, exactly. If you had the fire truck, it would be there. I know, I mean, if anybody can get better than 300 feet per minute in this thing, in any kind of wind whatsoever, then fair play. I don't know if you've tried to land it, but it just tries to kill you all the time. It's it's a beautiful model, and I love the systems, and I love the way the plane looks, but just don't ever try and land it. We'll take in the replays in just a minute, but we'll taxi off to some parking on the left here. This really, really nice Bembridge airport scenery here, guys. Give you 3 minutes and the fire truck will arrive. Amazing. Look at the scenery. Amazing, amazing scenery for this airport. There we go. And we'll park up somewhere in the field of Cessnas. Lovely, guys. There we are, parked. Okay, as for how you turn this thing off, I would imagine you turn the fuel off. There we are. Propellers off, systems and that can go off. There we are. Welcome to... How do we open this? There we go. Welcome to Bembridge, guys. Sorry about the landing. There we go. So we'll just appreciate the scenery for 2 seconds there. Look at that. Beautiful airport scenery. I think our fire truck might be on its way. Not that we need it, but I'm told there is a fire truck on the way. As I grab a screenshot there. Guys, thank you for joining me on that very, very short flight. In just 2 seconds, we will we'll disconnect from Squawk Box. And we will take in some replays. Matt, are you bringing the fire truck? Should I wait for it, or should we do the replays, man? The truck isn't coming. You're trying the DR400 in winds. Yeah, good luck. Okay, guys, so I'm disconnect from Squawk Box. We'll go toggle replay mode as we watch this rather interesting landing here. So let's go with this view for now. Flying with the cones on replay mode. Fair enough, fair enough. Can I turn those off? No. Just pretend the cones aren't there, guys. Pretend the cones aren't there. You see, it's a nice float, nice float, nice float, and then kind of dump it on. So let's, there we are, we can take in the proper runway view as well. Whoop. Float, 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 drop! It's an absolutely crazy aircraft. Once more from inside the cabin, guys. It just like that. Absolutely mad. There we go, guys. Lovely, lovely. Okay, everybody. Like I said, that was just a short hop, a short stream to show off this this new aircraft. Thank you so much for watching. For your likes, drop a like if you haven't already. By the way, that would be amazing. 119 feet per minute in 12 knot winds. Fair enough, man. Fair enough. Maybe it's just me that can't fly it. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I will see you next Friday. We're going to attempt to take a Tupolev to the World Cup in Russia. Until then, remember, you can always go around. Thank you, guys. Take care.